Hello everyone. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Can you guys please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, and after that we'll start. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Can you guys please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, and after that we'll start. Okay, I believe you guys can hear me loud and clear. Happy New Year. This is our first stream of the year, 5th January, and good to see you guys. Okay, after a long time, I'm streaming like 2 weeks. So this is the Nasdaq chart, and here I'm looking for a short at 850 to 910. So the short that I'm expecting, I want to see price coming down to this 4-hour BC right here. What happened is that price already gave the confirmation for this short here outside of the macro that I'm expecting to go short, 850 to 910, and as you can see, price hit this breaker right here. If you go on 3-minute chart, it looks way cleaner compared to 1-minute chart, but it is the breaker. We got a high here, then we got another stop hunt, we got another stop hunt up here. So I'm not expecting price to reach all the way up at this breaker. But if price is giving me an entry, I'm gonna put my like stop loss up here and then target like here. So it's gonna be basically like 2R. So what I'm expecting to see is price coming down right at this level. We got equal low down here. So we know that this is a very strong target. This is what we wanna see when we are taking a trade, or when we are thinking about taking a trade. And if you go on other pairs, you will see that there's no SMT basically. Other 3 correlative pairs, DOW and ES. Happy New Year, folks. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting. So now I'm gonna wait for 850 price to get inside 850. Yeah, now it's inside the 850, and the short is gonna be basically like this. I'm gonna take only one contract. It's January, and I'm not gonna take any trades on my live funds. It's just gonna be like challenge account or my funded accounts. So this is what I'm gonna do with a stop loss like up here above this order block, and I want to see price going lower. This is gonna be the first trade I'm gonna take. If this one is turning out to be a losing trade, I'm gonna take another one at 920 to 940 macro. So basically like 2 contracts that I'm gonna go for today. So let's see, folks. Okay, I'm not gonna force any trade idea, or I'm gonna be very careful. In this month specifically, January tends to be a not so profitable month for me personally. So we'll see what we do here today. So from where are you guys watching me? Can you guys please let me know that from which country you guys are watching me, so that I can know? I got viewers from all over the world. So let's see. And we're gonna watch this trade paint out like if it's gonna be going lower or if it's gonna hit my stop loss. The stop loss is basically like 25 points, 25 ticks. So let's see, folks. Okay, one contract up here, and on ES, you guys can see we got a mitigation block up here, and we formed a lot of relative equal low. So the reason that I took only one contract up here is that I'm not sure if price is gonna clear out these equal lows at 850. If it's not clearing out these equal lows at 850, at 920 inside the 930 period, I'm pretty sure price will come down and hunt these liquidity levels. That's why I'm going for a very less risk trade, and I hope you guys understood the reason. We got the breaker, we got the relative equal low, we got an unfilled fair value gap down here from the 4-hour chart with the order block basically. So I'm expecting price to come down here. Now let's see, folks. Okay, if you are not sure to take this trade, don't take it. Me personally, I'm taking it on my funded account, like a challenge account. So I basically don't care if it's turning out to be a losing trade. So let's see from where are you guys watching me. Nice to see you too, Sergio. Manuj, US30 clear for me. US30. Let's take a look at there. Yes, we got a mitigation block. If this one is failing, this mitigation block right here, we're probably gonna go up. But to me, I don't see the reason to go up, as we cleared out most of the liquidity pools other than this equal high up here. So we'll see. We'll see, folks, okay? Ethiopia, Slovenia, USA, Spain, Lebanon. That's cool. We got people from Lebanon. How's the things going there? You guys are like in the war zone, right? France, Zambia, I think 920, 940, all good opportunity today. Yes, that's why I'm taking only one trade, only one contract here. And I explained like what I want to see basically at 920. If this trade is turning out to be a losing trade, I'm going to go for 920 again. So very small risk compared to the delivery that I'm expecting. So now let's wait and see, folks, okay? Let's wait and see. Yes, we live in a war zone, but we are fine. Thank you for the asking. Yeah, I know you guys are brave, so stay brave. If this one is not holding, my stop loss is at a logical level. This mitigation block up here, you guys can see it. So now let's see. So probably turning out to be a losing trade. The first trade. This is the second trade that I'm taking on a challenge account this year. So let's see, folks, okay? On these correlative pairs on Dow, I can see price basically broke out from this mitigation block, right? And I told you guys that if this is breaking, we are going higher. We got a SMT, possible SMT up here on ES. We made a higher high on ES, and other pairs are struggling to do that. And we also made a higher high on Dow as well. So let's see. Let's see, folks. Losing, it's inevitable in trading. That's why we go with risk management. That's why we go with the logic and stuff like that. So that even if we are taking a loss, it doesn't affect us. In the month of January, we better be a little bit more careful, right? I'm from Switzerland, Egypt, Somalia, long live Palestine. Yes, Singapore, Italy. So we got people from all over the world. I'm tape reading until mentorship. That's the best thing to do. Tape reading. That's what I was basically doing. So I opened a challenge account and I was like, okay, let's see if I can pass it on the month of January. I made good profit. Yesterday I took a trade, and that trade turned out to be a profitable one, gave me 2R. So I'm up profit on this challenge account. So we'll see like if what I do with this challenge account here. Pakistan. So we got a fair value gap here. I want to see this one turning out to be an inversion, not like respecting it as a BC. Rather, I want to see this turning out to be an inversion. If this is turning out to be an inversion, we're probably gonna go lower. So I'm waiting for this to confirm my trade, give me a little bit more confidence to hold. Let's see. When is the mentorship starting? 20 Jan. We already uploaded a couple of videos. We did a live session, Muhammad. If you go on our Discord channel, you will see what we are doing there. We already did one live session explaining like the IPTA and if this is the turnover, if this is a major market structure shift or not. And I explained like a couple of good things. So if you go there, the live session was like 1 hour 30 minutes. So let's see, folks. This one, I want to see this one sending price lower. We are going up. Yes, seems like we are. We had a SMT up here with ES, so this is the reason that I'm holding. I see the SMT. So let's see, folks. It's 8:57. This is a macro that I only trade when we have news at 8:30. So today we had news at 8:30 and we formed like these relative equal lows, these clean levels. So this is what I'm targeting today. It's only one trade. So let's see what happens. we got inversions up here, as you guys can see. So this is another reason that I put my stop loss up here at the order block that you guys saw on 1 minute chart. If these are not holding, from my experience, these should hold. If not, this one will turn out to be a losing trade, and 0.5% risk, folks. On a challenge account, on a 100k challenge account, 0.5% risk is, I think, not bad, right? It's not gonna make me emotional. Then that's what I go for when I'm trading like a challenge account. What's your challenge account? Is that tops? Yes, I'm going with TopStep, and that's the reason is that I can trade on TradingView with them. They're pretty good. How do you join Discord? On last giveaway have sent you email. Really? I felt like 2 people already sent me email, and I already like booked them there in Niraj. So I'm not sure if it's you or other 2 people already got the access there. The last time that we did a giveaway. So this candle right here, this candle closed below this fair value gap, right? And this candle then opened again, and price is getting support from this one. So should I close, or should I let I'm gonna minimize my stop loss like right here above this swing high. I'm not expecting price to come up here. Do you guys see that delivery is very choppy, it's very slow, less volume? So the ideal scenario every single day is to wait for 9:30 and then engage. This was just a testing trade, as it's a loser. Why lose more? It's okay. I minimized the risk. I calculated a risk before entering the trade, so we'll see, folks. Okay. And as I told you guys, I'm gonna take 2 trades in front of you today. The next one is gonna be at 9:20. This one is at 8:50. The next one is gonna be after like 20 minutes. And when I started, I told you guys that if this one is hitting the stop loss 9:30, my target is gonna stay the same, targeting lower price action. And as you guys can see, we got trend line liquidity going on here with relative equal lows. So we'll open again. We have news today. We got the news delivered. Okay, this one turned out to be a losing trade. How much we lost here? I think 50 ticks probably. Yeah, 27 ticks. So we'll try to get that back at 9:20. We got news again. I think we are done with the news. Okay, we got news at 10 o'clock PMI. And then 1:30, we got FOMC member Barking speaks. We'll see. So the narrative is still stays the same. Trend line liquidity down here. So now let's see from where price can potentially reject. This breaker got failed up here. So why did I push the button here? If you guys look up close, we did a stop hunt here. We got these down close candles up here, So I was expecting like price will go short from this fair value gap as we got breaker and the inversion. So this is the reason that I was holding, and this is the reason that I shorted at 8:50. We are heading higher, yes. Well, when is the last date for paying money for mentorship? 20 January is when I'm gonna be closing. My mate, close it. The price has already cleared the equal lows. We'll see, folks. Okay. we'll see. And we got the equal highs up here, but I'm not expecting price to come up here, as this is a SMT right up here. So a losing trade, and now we're gonna be aiming for 9:30. So this, let's see if this buy side liquidity gets taken out. Look for buys, HYDRA. Let's see. Parabol trader. We got a fair value gap. We are going towards buy side liquidity. Let's take a look at dollar. Dollar, as you guys can see, the same narrative on dollar as well. I'm not gonna look for buys as long as I see this trend line liquidity. These are like the strong confirmation that price is gonna go higher on dollar. And look at the delivery. This was aggressive, and we got a liquidity pull down here. This is sell side liquidity. And okay, so how far we can expect to see price coming down? This is equal lows down here. Let's take a look, and if let's see if we got an order block here. We don't, rather we got a fair value gap. We got a fair value gap up here. So now let's see if price comes down all the way down here. So on dollar, I'm expecting this is what I'm expecting to see. So if I not like all the way up, if I put the fib here from this high to this low, I'm expecting price to come down here. As you guys can see, this premium level will be right up here. So price generated trend line liquidity, and it didn't clear it out. Now let's see, folks. Okay, on dollar, I'm expecting price to hit this 4-hour fair value gap right here. So I'm gonna put an alert. And my bias on dollar is like bearish, but for 9:30 delivery, I'm expecting to see price coming up as we form this type of scenario. And the same thing is repeating on NASDAQ. So I'm not gonna buy as long as these are into these are visible, as long as these are visible. So ES cleared out the swing high, DOW cleared out the swing high. We probably got a SMT up here. Let's see. Do you guys see the delivery up here? Like, this is a very, very clean trend line liquidity. Check the higher time frame. Didn't I checked it already? Yes, we got a potential liquidity pull up here, but if I show you guys why I'm not expecting price to go all the way up there, this is the 15-minute chart. Okay, so 15-minute. Look up here. Like, this is the level. We probably have a SMT up here. Okay, they all formed the equal highs. On ES, we cleared out this swing high up here. So dollar hit our expected level. Yes, this is the equal high, not like SMT. Now that I'm checking again. Yeah, so let's see, folks. Let's see if price is activating a breaker at 9:20. I'm gonna go for it. And I want to see a bearish breaker forming, basically. We still got time, 15 minutes. Your whole bias is off, HYDRA. This is what happens like when you take a trade, when you take a losing trade in front of the people, like 388 people. Some people think that let's give this man some ideas from our bias. I'm not open for that, okay? The chat window is open for you to share your trade idea, but I have my own. You have your own. Go with your own trade idea, okay? This is what I'm looking at. We hit our desired level on dollar. This 4-hour BC, and we got order blocks right down here. So we hit the upper quadrant of the order block already. Are we gonna come all the way down to this level? I don't think so, because it's 9:30. We expect to see volatility on indices, on stocks, so probably gonna go up. So what I'm gonna expect, the safe zone for me to trade a short on NASDAQ is to see a breaker forming. So do I see a breaker on DOW? I do see a breaker here. A lot of fair value gaps, equal lows down here as well. And we got a bearish order block right here as well. We got a breaker on DOW as well right up here. So I'm gonna wait. You got this. Now HYDRA, you got this. Yes, London high chart trade, a London high. Didn't we clear it out? London high, let's see. London high, 1, 2, 3. We already cleared out the London high. We have this one left. We cleared the 12 o'clock high, which was here, 12:30 high. We got the London high up here. So pretty good confirmation, chart trader. Thank you for mentioning that. I didn't saw it before. London high. Okay, so we are so near to this London high, right? Can we share the fib configuration? Thanks. So this is not a fibs. I'm using Gunbox, and this is the setting for the Gunbox. You guys can take a screenshot. And I see it by the quadrant levels, and the Fibonacci that I use is like this. Here I got the OT 0.79, 0.62. These are two levels, and I'm only use the Fibonacci for the standard deviation projection like that. And this is what I use as a fib. This Gunbox up here. So London high. Let's see if price clears it out. 5-minute SMT probably, but we cleared it out already. Someone chart trader mentioned this London high, so let's see if price clears out this London high up here. Yeah, that 100% light without own idea about trade. That's like gambling. Yes. No, for dollar is bearish. I think he will reach the OT level on 4 hour and then go higher. We'll see. TGIF today. Yes, price can go up. Yes, that's what I'm expecting. I'm not like long-term bearish on indices. I'm only bearish for 930. As I see these liquidity levels that price generated here. So let's wait for time to match with our trade. And this is going to be the last trade that I'm going to take on this challenge account. This is not a funded account, a challenge. 920 to 940. And keep in mind, we got news at 10 o'clock. So PMI, if price is not activating a breaker, which I don't see here. On 32nd, do I see anything? On 32nd as well, I see this breaker down here. So I'll go for another contract. This one looks cleaner to me. This down here. So do you guys see how clean this level is? If you have been watching this kind of price action, you know that this is what price will come for. These levels works like a magnet for price. Is it near liquidity? What is near liquidity? How to join your mentorship? You'll find all the info in the description below. $16,438 gap fill. Do we have any fair value gap up here? Okay, on London high on hourly chart, we got order blocks. Do you guys see that these are the order blocks that we have here, and very close to the London high, right? So probably like a scenario that will print is something like this, right? We'll see. So let's mark out our order block from the hourly chart inside, right? So I will also be streaming throughout the whole month of January, like until 20 January. So we'll see what we can do so far in this month. So we formed equal highs up here again. Let's check for SMT. Okay, we don't have it. The SMT, we don't have it here. So I'm pretty sure we are clearing out the London high as we formed this equal high up here. Do you guys see that how everything is aligning one by one? Price is confirming where it's wanna go. We got order blocks up here. So this is what I'm expecting. Price hitting the order block, coming up, hitting the hourly order block, and then probably coming down. So this is gonna be the scenario that I'm expecting to see. Will you always live stream every day in the paid membership? Not always, twice in a week. Not every day, okay, so twice in a week. We'll see. We'll see if we want to live stream every day. It's gonna depend on the members who are paying. So equal high up here. So do you guys see how price generated equal high, came down, hit this fair value gap, and when price was here, I told you guys that it's gonna come up. And this is the exact thing that price repeats again and again throughout the whole day, every day. Is that price forms trendline liquidity equal highs, and once it hits the premium or discount level, price just shoots toward those magnetic levels that price generated. These levels basically, these are very strong, and if you understand like when price will clear these levels out, that's it, you got your enigma. Hello HYDRA, what will we have in the mentorship? Basically, you will see me live streaming, teaching you live like this for 6 months. So that's the mentorship, teaching you in live price action. Could you please show me the symbol ticker? What do you mean like the symbol ticker? What do we mean? So Space 10 is saying you just didn't trade a long time. Take a rest and don't trade. I did trade it. It's not like for the 2 weeks I didn't take a look at the chart. I was trading like till 28 December on my live funds, and after 28 till now I didn't push any button on my live funds. What I'm doing is like waiting for price to get clear, makes sense to me. And after that, after we finish like January, I'm gonna be engaging with my live funds on February. But I'm here, I'm tape reading every day, not live streaming, but on my own, I'm making my own experience, doing journals and stuff like that. Will notes be available in the mentorship? Yes, it will be available after 20 Jan. So seems pretty good, right? We are expanding higher. We formed a lot of buy side liquidity up here. Look at the equal highs that price formed. So to the retail, this is a shorting opportunity, right? They got like double top. Price is respecting it. Now let's see how price smashes through this double top here. This is the buy stuff for the retail. We got the London high up here. We got the order block up here as well. And we are expecting to see a short. So what are you guys expecting? Like, is it the same like me that you are expecting, or are you expecting to see a long? If you are expecting to see a long, then this is gonna be a target, this equal high, which is not a SMT. I thought this is a SMT. Equal high up here. This level is very, very clean. Did price clear out this equal high? Okay, we cleared out this swing high just by like 1 point. Yes, but we still generated 2 swings that are relatively equal up here. Okay, so we cleared out the equal high, as you guys saw. This is the same thing that's happening here, folks. Okay, that's why I'm expecting price to come down. And let's see if price gets rejected from this order block right here. We are so close to our 920 to 940 macro. And as we have news at 10 o'clock, I'm probably not gonna take this trade on my live funds, but I can do it demo, right? The trade that I don't believe will work out, that's what I do. Push the button on demo. So we got 3 minutes. I'm just gonna go and get some water, and I'm gonna come back. So I'm back. We delivered London high up here. So let's see what are you guys expecting. Greetings, sir. What's the difference between YouTube live stream and your private mentorship? There's no difference. It's gonna be the same. There I will explain like a little bit more stuff, a deeper explanation like that, but it's gonna be the same as what I'm doing here. Do we get coffee in mentorship? Yes. Yes, you get coffee every day after 20 Jan. We have 4-hour CB and order block on NASDAQ. Is that right, HYDRA? Yes, we got an order block up here on the hourly chart. And we got a CB right here alongside with the London high. We also got a breaker. That's what I wanted to see, folks. This breaker right here. So far everything's painting out nicely. It's not a breaker yet. These are order blocks. As long as price is not closing a candle's body below it, it's not gonna turn into a order block. And we are yet to hit this order block up here. 1 minute, then we're gonna be inside our macro. Short to 1635 for me. Let's see. We have 4-hour CB and order block on NASDAQ. Yes. Yes, also has some equal highs to clear out. I like the bearish trade at 9:30 after Judah swing up. I like this to drop at the levels as well. Just want the setup to confirm. I think price will go lower on NASDAQ with higher time frame narrative. Let's go Reaper inversion, where we don't have Reaper inversion here. I think we are going for the daily big CB and leaving the 4-hour breaker untouched with leaving the equal lows and then go lower. Hamza probably, but we'll see. It's just a very small. If price is clearing this level out at 9:30, it's gonna be like 77 points of delivery. So at 9:30, I believe it's possible. But keep in mind, we got news today. So the thing to watch today is that if 9:30 is delivering with volatility, or volatility is coming at 10 o'clock. So this is gonna be something to watch. Usually when we have news at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. brings the volatility. Right here, we got news at 10 o'clock. We had NFP today. NFP delivered beautifully. And after that, after the delivery of NFP, we saw a breaker. This breaker was price respecting and formed equal lows. There was no SMT with other pairs. If there was like a SMT, suppose like a NASDAQ came down, hit this BC, then I would have like been bullish for 9:30, but I will see. Lucas, would you wait for order block 1 hour, or would you take the fair value gap? I'm not gonna take the order block, neither fair value gap. I'm gonna wait for a breaker, and probably like I'm not gonna take this trade at all because it's a 9. We have news at 10 o'clock, so I prefer to wait. Just because I'm trading a challenge account, but I'm not gonna take the trades that I believe low probability. This one I thought is gonna be high probability, but it's trading, folks. Even your high probability trades will turn out to be a losing trade. And the day you understand that, the day you accept the fact that your best trade idea will turn out to be a losing trade, that's the day you are like getting to control your emotion. And I've reached there. I don't care like this trade that turned out to be a losing trade. This was a plus setup to me. We got like a very clean breaker, inversion, fair value gap, equal lows. And when price was coming up, this is what I teach to my students, that when price is coming up for a breaker, and if you are expecting to short, then look for these kind of scenarios, signature in price, these equal lows, trend line liquidity. Because once price is the order block, or like our PDA that we want to go short from, these are the liquidity levels that will give us confidence. So do you guys see that when price is going for this London high and order block, it didn't clear out or offer any sell side liquidity other than just like short term, clearing out short term lows. It didn't clear out any major or offer any major sell side liquidity like this swing low. Price didn't go below this. Now this swing low, this swing low. We got another one. So many relative equal lows, so many trend line liquidity. I believe either at 9:30 or at 10 o'clock, we are gonna see price dumping real hard. Sorry, I do. When I asked about the when I asked our ticker earlier, what is the symbol? My chart looks different from yours. It's NQ1 right here. So if you go on your chart and you type NQ1, this is what you will see. E-mini Nasdaq 100 future. You will need CME data to see the chart. And once you are in the chart, toggle on the BADJ button. It's just gonna fix the contract difference, and you will see the exact chart that I'm seeing here. Make sense? So even yesterday, throughout this first week of January, like after 9:30 delivery, I saw price getting into choppiness, or even at 9:30 yesterday, price was basically chopping around. The day before yesterday, chopping around at 9:30 delivery. So let's see. Oh wait, yesterday I took a very nice trade at 9:30, and it was on the same this challenge account, and that's how I made like around $600 in this trade. It was a turtle soup trade that I took. If you guys go on my Twitter account, you'll see this was the scenario. So the same logic that I'm expecting to see here is the same logic that I saw yesterday, and pretty much like the whole last year. Price cleared out one side of the liquidity, then I targeted the opposite direction. You guys will enjoy this recording, so if you have time, go back and watch that one. The trade idea that the trade execution that I shared there on my Twitter is like the A+ turtle soup model. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that model. We still got like time. Okay, we formed more equal highs up here. So do you guys see that? When price is doing that and we don't have SMT, let's confirm if it's SMT or not. So you should always be checking out for these SMT, small little SMT. It's not SMT. Look at DOW. Formed very nice equal highs, right? And is it SMT? I'm talking about this high and this high. It's not. So if it's not SMT, we're gonna expect to see price clearing it out, okay, and hitting this order block. So now let's talk about the A+ turtle soup model. We still got 4 minutes. So when you see this kind of scenario in price action before 9:30 especially, this turtle soup model is very, very high probability at 9:30. Okay, this is what you are seeing. Price, suppose price has a swing low right here, and after that, like, it just went into a chop zone. It formed equal high up here and equal lows right here. So what do you do in this kind of scenario? You don't need a bias when you see a pattern like this forming. And if you guys don't know like what I'm talking about, you guys can go on my Twitter and check out the trade execution that I did. It's the same scenario that repeated. So what do you wait for? We wait for price to clear out one direction. It can be buy side, it can be sell side, but always confirm like the level that you are expecting to see price clearing out, and the level that you are going to target if there's any other higher time frame, high probability PDA like equal highs, unfilled fair value, stuff like that. But again, you don't need a bias for this kind of scenario. Once price clears out the equal lows, you can execute at this level with so I got a question from the mentorship that what was the logic behind you putting the stop loss at the yesterday's trade. So when you see a scenario like this, you either can put the stop loss below the higher time frame PDA because you are taking a turtle soup entry, right? Or you can do like 10 to 15 points of stop loss, and that's what I did. That's why I told you guys that this is the logical stop loss, because it's 10 to 15 ticks in a scenario like this is ideal. And after that, you just expect to see price going up, and this is where your TP is gonna be. So it's a very beautiful model. It's a very beautiful like A+ turtle soup model. I hope you guys understood. It's very simple. Just a scenario like this, folks. Okay, look here what price is doing. Price is only offering buy side liquidity, right? It's not even coming down, clearing out these equal lows. So when price does that, that becomes that works like an extra confirmation for us, because this is what, this is retail sell stop. Retails are buying here, not on 1 minute, but price is fractal. The thing that you see on 1 minute, the same thing you'll see on 5 minute, hourly chart. So the same logic repeating even there. So 928, I don't see the setup yet, so I'm not gonna push the button, folks. I don't see the breaker getting activated. Don't confuse ticks with points, especially for new traders. Yes, Hydra, can you do a quick pull for bias? I believe most of the people are gonna be shorting. We got 1 minute. Start a pull. Let's see what's the bias. Bullish, bearish, or S and D. What are you guys expecting? In 9:30, I'm expecting price to come lower. We hit like the very premium level on higher time frame. Order blocks here as well. We don't have any fair value gaps up here. So let's see. Expecting price to come lower. And I'm not taking it as I don't see the breaker getting activated. So price respected these order blocks. Look at the delivery, folks. 9:30. This is not what we expect. We expect like a smashing through these liquidity pools with speed, and we don't have it today. Why? We got, as I told you guys, when we have news at 10 o'clock, 9:20 to 9:40 macro becomes low probability, and this is what happening here. 9:41. Okay. So see that price left like all of this liquidity even at 9:30. So the guess was right. 10 o'clock is when we'll probably see a delivery towards sell side. So PMI is gonna bring the volatility. Look at the volatility at 9:30. It's very less, right, compared to yesterday. At yesterday, price like smashed through the buy side liquidity. So when you see a scenario like this and you have a news at 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock will deliver with speed. ICT shared an NFP trade. Yeah, probably. He probably went short from here. I didn't see it. Let's see what my mentor shared. Live execution. Okay, he bought, right? This is where I sold a little bit towards up. I think he bought here. Yes. So I shorted like a little bit above up here. So mentor faded me, right? And he was targeting the buy side liquidity. Trade cost and risk is removed by the stop loss at this time. Okay. Nice trade, mentor. We had the same view. We expected this order block to provide support for price. And this is where it closed, right after the London high got cleared out. This is where it closed the trade. So pretty cool. Went short on Dow. Probably why? Why? Just because you see the breaker. Look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq will probably go higher. Nasdaq is way cleaner to me compared to Dow this month. Okay, we cleared out this equal high. We cleared out one of the major liquidity pool from here. We had a lot of sell side liquidity down here. Unfilled fair value gap here. So now let's see, folks. Let's see. What? Okay. topped out at break even. Yes, that's what I told you guys, that I'm gonna wait 10 o'clock news. 9:20 macro becomes low probability. And in a day, if I'm taking a loss, I'm okay. I'm gonna go for another trade idea. So most of the people are bearish. 53%, 44% are bullish. So we'll see 4% are expecting seek and destroy. Seek and destroy, really? We'll see. Last day of the week, Friday. 20% TGIF retracement. I feel like TGIF will happen at afternoon, not now. So there's something to keep in mind. And okay, so let's take a look at the higher time frame. What do we have here? We had these order blocks. Now these order blocks are working as a breaker, and we are expanding higher aggressively. We got this inversion up here. So price reaching for this inversion, right? We got equal highs up here as well. What's seek and destroy? Just the choppiness. I told you HYDRA today NQ is targeting the OT level, and after that going lower. Yes, we'll see. We'll see, Hamza. Seems like you were right on the OT level. But yesterday I did a live session with the people who are inside my mentorship, and I told them that I'm bullish from the fair value gap that we have here. This is gonna be our last line of defense to expect bullish delivery. This is what we are targeting in long term. So as you guys can see, the folks who are inside my mentorship, they know this is what we are expecting to see, is working as a last line of defense. Price not going lower, but price went below lower. But look at the candle's body staying inside the fair value, just a little bit lower. So this CB is a good target. So we got our breaker here. Let's put it on this line. Look at the trend line liquidity that is forming here. I'm not gonna say it with like 100% guarantee, but 10 o'clock, we'll see what 10 o'clock brings here. So all I'm gonna do right now is wait for 10 o'clock news to get delivered. 9:37, we still got like enough time. Let's take a look at dollar. So dollar went even lower than this fair value gap, right? So it hit the 0.5% of these order blocks, and as well as this fair value gap down here. So high probability to expect support from an order block is the mean threshold, and we already hit the mean threshold down here on dollar. So do we have any equal lows down here? We don't have any equal lows. So dollar formed like a lot of equal highs. Equal high up here, and more equal high up here. And little bit more. So if I put my Fibonacci, the discount will come, sorry, the premium will come probably somewhere here. So yes, at this level, at this swing high. So these equal highs are going to be my target on dollar. These ones. And on dollar, how can we use to see price going there, going here? How can we confirm this fair value gap that you guys see? I want to see this one turning out to be an inversion. It's not an inversion yet. It's a bearish fair value gap. So I want to see this one turning out to be an inversion and then sending price higher at these levels up here. Same goes for the NASDAQ. New week opening gap. Are we near to any new week opening gap on NASDAQ? We don't have it here. Okay, we had one up here, this new opening gap. Yeah, I'm not like a bearish, long-term bearish on indices. That's what I told you guys, that I was bearish for the 930 because of the equal lows that I saw down here. So we got inversion activated at 940, right? Just when we closed our macro, and we got a new day opening gap up down here. So let's see what happens here. We just hit the inversion in 1 hour. Did we? I think we didn't. We still have like a little bit of gap. Yes, up here. We are so close to hit it. So let's see if price gets support from this new day opening gap. This line that you see, this box. This is our new day opening gap. We are going lower, folks. Like, look at Dow. Dow formed like so many equal lows towards sell side. No, Hadi, the live is gonna be inside mentorship. Is gonna be only 2 days in a week. So we got a fair value. Let's see if price comes up and hits this inversion. But pretty sure if it's gonna go lower from this level. But I would have preferred it, like I would have liked it, price going lower, if it hit at this inversion here from the hourly chart. This one. So now let's see price got support from this new day opening gap. And look what price is doing on Dow. Before news, this is what we expect to see. Price forming a lot of liquidity levels that price is going to clear out at news. And that's basically what happens. A lot of relative equal low even on Dow, equal lows, unfilled fair value gaps with order block. So if I put my fib on Dow, like this, you guys will see that why is it not working? Okay, it's here. You guys will see that the discount is coming below this 0.5. So these order blocks on Dow are gonna be for a bullish support down here. Once indices cross all the high, how will you target high if there is nothing or the left hand side to target? What's your question, Rohan? Once indices cross all-time high, how will you target highs if there is nothing to left hand side of the target? I'll drop down to the lower time frame, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if price is forming equal highs. If my bias is bullish, even after price clears out all-time high, this is what my target is gonna be. Price is not just gonna expand higher without forming this type of strong liquidity. So suppose right here, price cleared out the all-time high. Then after that, if price is still expanding higher, what am I gonna target? I'm gonna wait for price to see if price is forming a scenario like this, a trend line liquidity or equal high. If it's doing that, then I'm gonna look for a discount PTA, like a fair value gap or a breaker or something like that, order block, and then I'm gonna target these ones. Once these are cleared out, I'm gonna wait again. I'm gonna wait for price to show me its hand by forming this type of liquidities again. Does it make sense? It doesn't matter to me if there's nothing on higher time frame on the left side of the price action, because there will always be something on the left side on lower time frame. And I'm not a higher time frame trader. I'm scalping mostly on 1 minute 30-second chart, so that's what basically I do. Does it make sense, Rohan? So we hit the inversion, right? We came back up. This inversion that I was talking about, we hit it, and the delivery, look at the delivery, folks. It's so choppy, like the volume is so less. HYDRA, what's your plan? Plan for what? I already told you guys what I'm expecting here. I want to see at 10 o'clock price clearing these levels out. If not, then I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for price to show its hand by forming a bearish breaker. And once I see it, I'll know that where price is going below these levels. So that's the plan. And the ideal scenario for price to go lower is from the inversion up here that we have. This is the inversion. We didn't hit it yet, but we are about to. We got a BPR basically. So you guys can see that we have a fair value gap here, then the fair value gap here. So when we have two fair value gaps crossing each other, it works like a BPR, balanced price range. $9.46. We got 10 minutes before our next macro starts. 9:50 to 10:10. Yes, has cleared inversion hourly. He has tapped into the inversion. How to use 15-minute or 30-minute 1-minute entries confluence? You will see once I take a trade. I'm gonna look for another trade, and that's what I don't see yet. So once I see it, I'm gonna tell you guys, and we'll hope in that trade together. So price coming for this BPR. To use any indicators at all? No indicators. The indicators that I use are all here, and none of them gives me signal or anything like that. It's just a basic indicator to show London highs, lows, and IPTA, stuff like that. So how was you guys, how was your January so far? Is it profitable? Are you taking trades on live funds or just trade tape reading, demo trading? What are you doing? Let me know in the chat. What are you doing and what are you expecting to do in upcoming month, in the whole upcoming week? I saw you rank fair value gaps in strength, order, BPR, inversion fair value gap, and normal fair value gap. What were you using to rank them like this, sir? Experience, NOAC. What I saw from my experience from 2-3 years of experience, like how price behaves when it goes for like a BPR, when price has BPR and fair value gap together, which PD area price is getting the support from. And that's what I saw. Like if there's a fair value gap and like below we have a BPR, price will always go for, not always, most of the time will go for that BPR. And if there's like a suppose a fair value gap, normal fair value gap, and then inversion, price will go for that inversion rather than going short from that BPR or going along for that inversion. Sorry, normal fair value gap. So I hope you guys understood, like if there's a fair value gap, then on top or below we have an inversion. Me personally, I'm gonna take that trade from that inversion. But if there's only one fair value gap, normal fair value gap, that's when I'm gonna take that trade from that fair value gap. Does it make sense? If there's a BPR with a fair value gap above or below it, then I'm gonna take that trade from that BPR. If that BPR is on higher time frame, then on lower time frame I'm gonna expect to see price forming a breaker inside that BPR. When we have an inversion and fair value gap together on higher time frame, I'm gonna expect to see price going for that inversion, and on lower time frame I'm gonna expect to see a breaker forming inside that inversion. So that's how basically I plan the trade, and that's how I want to see the chart. The week has been terrible for me, negative 8% in challenge, kinda lost my head. Why are you pushing hard? Star stood. I believe you don't have the data that January most of the time delivers like this. So it's better not to like force. Not every day you will see price action like this. There are days when price action is like very clean. Even on January, I went greedy today. Don't be, see, I only took one loss down here. Did I short it up here as soon as price cleared out the swing low? Sorry, swing high? No. Did I short it here as soon as price hit the new day opening gap? No. Did I short it here when price hit this inversion? No. I'm waiting for price to deliver the news. It's very simple, folks. When we have news at 10 o'clock, the only high probability macro that you can trade is at 820 to 840, 850 to 910. After that, price will just do this. And the question can be like, can I trade it? Yes, of course. You just saw our mentor taking a trade like basically down here, targeting this swing, the London high. So yes, you can take, but that requires a lot of experience. That man has 30 years of experience compared to my 3 years of experience. So right, it's all about experience, folks. The chart itself will teach you more than you will learn from any mentor anywhere. This chart itself, if you just look at it without thinking about a trade, just open your mind and see like what price is doing, why it's not clearing out these equal lows when it formed. Okay, when it will clear this out? Okay, it cleared it out at 10 o'clock. So does it happen always? Put it on your journal. We had 10 o'clock news and we saw like price forming trendline liquidity, and at 10 o'clock price cleared it out. So that's day one. Tomorrow, the day after, when you have news at 10 o'clock again, put it on your journal again, like what price did before 10 o'clock news. And that's how you build your experience. And that's what teaches you, okay? That's the best teaching that you can have, your own journal. And I believe most of you don't have that. You just look for a trade and a pattern, right? That's why 95% fail. And this is how I found like what happens at 10 o'clock. My mentor gave me a great deal of confirmation in this kind of scenario. I got the teaching from him, but there's also my part from the experience. They told me not to push the button here because I blow so many accounts when I try to like trade before the high impact news or at the high impact news. So it's always better to trade after the high impact news. And this is the reason that I didn't push any button at 920, even though like there was a good confirmation after price cleared out the London high, right? In a usual day, when we have scenario like this and price is clearing out the London high, price will just basically move towards sell side, and that's what my experience was telling me. But at the same time, we got news at 10 o'clock. What's the background color, please? It's white. It's just basically white. Where is it? Canvas, you can see it's just white. Before I was using like this color, probably this one. I feel like white is better. So much sell side liquidity down here. Plus 10% this week. Thank you, Mr. HYDRA. You're welcome. You're killing it. Plus 10% already in the first week. How many days we had so far in this trading month? We had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days, and you already made 10%. You were crossing like every bank out there. Not even bank, every like even the good professional traders, you were crossing them. So very good. So we formed more equal highs, right? Just near to the BPR. So when price does that, right, you can be sure, you can know that okay, price is gonna come up here and clear it out. And this is not a SMT. We all the pairs made the same higher high. The real world, what ICT concept do you use? I use breaker, turtle soup, inversion. These are the 3 models that I basically use to take an entry. Order block, that's what I use on higher time frame to get the bias. So four of these concepts are the main that I took from ICT. And there are other small things like fair value gap, new day opening gap. So it's not like only 4 concepts that I know. It's a whole library of concepts, but 4 of these are the main that I use. How much contract do you put per trade, knowing that you want to risk 0.5%, and that's the stop loss changes by the number of pips on each trade? I intend to take my first trade. Okay, dime. So how do I do it, right? I put my Fibonacci. Suppose I want to go short from this breaker, right? So I'm gonna target 2R. So how much I'm gonna risk? It's very easy. Just go on here. If it's top still, now look at here. On NQ, the risk is so high. The 0.5% risk on a 100K account is like $500. So you are risking more than that, right? 0.7%. So if this is what's happening, you should do the trades like this. Don't minimize the trade, the risk. If you are risking at your first trade higher, slowly minimize the risk. So suppose I cannot go lower than 1 contract here. That's the lowest. So if I'm taking a trade on NASDAQ today, this is what I will have to risk, right? $700. Usually 0.5% is like I do $500. What about charter model? I don't use any charter model at all. I don't have to. What I use already gave me the profitability. It already made me quit my job. And it's been like more than 1 year that I'm not working. So why would I go for something new where I already found my edge? Right? I'm basically not watching any more ICT new contents that is dropping on charter. I already watched it like 1 or 2 years ago, and I found that the free lecture that he does is more informative than what he did on the charter. It's not as well organized as what he has on free on YouTube. Like YouTube is very organized, and Charter, his mentorship is like not that organized. It's just like everything is like not together. So a little bit more info. Like he told us that the folks who wanna dive like deeper in, who wanna know everything about the charts, that's the mentorship for those people. So you can be just profitable using ICT's free YouTube channel. What do you think of the 1 hour equal highs? 1 hour, the hourly equal highs up here. Well, I'm thinking nothing about it right now because we are so far from it. And even this equal highs, price already balanced this area. Look here, price went up, came down, right? If this was like a candle up here, then a small wick, I would consider price coming up, right? But another thing is that if there was no trendline liquidity like this, suppose price came up, formed this swing low, right? Then went up, then cleared out the swing low, then went higher, something like this, I would have been bullish so far. But what price did here made me not to buy until I see these levels are getting cleared out. Does it make sense? I'm going short. Really? It's 10 o'clock. So we hit the BPR, we formed a lot of equal lows. So the next upcoming macro that we have is 1020. And I'm gonna be here with you guys till like 11 o'clock. So let's see price rejects from here. This is like a big 1 hour inversion, but I'm expecting to see a rejection from this BPR. Now let's see price respect this BPR. If we are not seeing any respect here, we are probably gonna go all the way up at this level. And what sometimes price does is that it builds the liquidity throughout the whole AM session. And at the PM session, which we know as a reversal macro, 120 to 140, this is what I use. 110 to 140 is what ICT uses. So that's what we consider as a reversal macro at afternoon session. So what price does is like builds the liquidity for throughout the whole AM session, and goes for the liquidity, this kind of liquidity levels, reverses at PM at 130 or something like this. So not a scenario for me. The way I trade, if you guys already know, if you guys have been watching my stream, is that I want to see these levels are getting cleared out. And keep in mind that that's not what always happens, right? Nothing is 100% in price action. Price will respect the retail theory, but most of the time it will respect ours. And I'm glad that I didn't short anywhere here, even though like look at here, there were so many fake confirmation from this inversion as well, right? Price came down, went like below this inversion. So I'm pretty happy with the experience that I built there, like not going for short anywhere here, even though I see these strong confirmations. So we are pushing higher for this equal highs. Perfect bounce from the daily BC. Price will hunt for daily CB. Yes, this is the CB that we have right up here. Right exactly up here. And this is what I was expecting though, like from this fair value gap. I'm gonna show you guys a review that I made for my mentorship people, and that's what I was telling them, that I'm not bearish on Nasdaq. So where is it? Review. Yeah, so it was on 4th 26. It was probably this one. Hey folks, okay, not this one. After like okay, it was on YouTube. So where's my Discord? Record a live session. After like 2 minutes, I'll wait for a couple more people to join. So this is what I showed them like yesterday, and as you guys can, how to choose the trade. This is a skill set that without experience you won't have. Value gap. Look at this, where to go lower. Now there's another thing for this fair value gap. Look at this, where is this fair value gap ending, right? At the low of this weekly fair value gap. So for a fair value gap, price gets sensitive at the high low probability setup. So this was my last line of defense, to expect higher prices on dollar, on Nasdaq, this fair value gap right here. And this was like the high probability fair value gap to expect higher prices. And as you guys can see, if I take you guys here, price didn't even close a candle body below here. So overall on buyers, I had a pretty good call, but this is what made me like thinking, okay, price is gonna go lower and then up. I wanted to see this level getting cleared. And even though, like, suppose even if I like expected price going higher from this level, I wouldn't have bought anywhere here, because look at here, my setup that I trade, breaker is not here. Turtle soup that I want to see after price forms equal lows and clears it out, it's not there. The inversions that I use, it's not there. It's basically like expecting the clean retail theory throughout the whole time here, right? And even on the other pairs, if I take you guys on the Nasdaq, DOW, this is why I don't trade on January. Look at here, so many equal lows. There's no SMT, and this is not what we expect to see. What we expect to see is like price coming down, clearing it out, and then going higher. Does it make sense? So my way of trading is probably gonna be different from yours, but this is how I trade. Smashing the buy button, going for 15-minute inversion made this week. Yeah, do that. Do that, folks. You guys are doing buy, then go for it. I don't see my model, but that doesn't mean your model is not there. There is lots of breaker on 15-second time frame. 15-second. Let's take a look at 15-second. Like this one. Lots of breaker, like swing low right here. We got another swing low, but again, see the relative equal lows. And price, what I expect to see, if price don't want to form this relative equal low, I want to see price respecting these order blocks, like not going below the mean threshold. But look what happened here. This is the reason I always feel like January is less precise month. We expect to see price getting support from the 0.5 or the lower quadrant, right? Price came all the way down, cleared out the swing lows, and then still it respected these order blocks up here and expanded higher. It didn't even clear out these equal lows down here. I'm not trying to like make myself right that I didn't take the trade. I'm telling you guys that what I want to see is not here. What I wanted to see was here at 850 right here, and that turned out to be a losing trade as we are expanding higher. After that, nothing else. So far, aggressive delivery towards spices. So are you taking a trade today? What confirmation are you looking at? I'm still waiting. Still waiting, because that's what I want to see is not here, folks. The real world. And I believe you are a new viewer here, right? So I do not trade like every single pattern that I see without the high probability confirmation. And I look for the breaker, and that's what I want to see. If it's there, I'm going for it. Like suppose price formed a breaker here, and we cleared out every single high probability buy side liquidity, and we only left like equal lows down here. So I'm gonna go for that breaker, but this is what I don't see here. What's the macro? Macro is a specific little time period, like 20 minutes, where we expect to see the same repetitive pattern forming on price. Down US30 analysis, please don't US30. So this is what I wanted to see on US30. Nothing else. I'm only gonna look at NASDAQ so far. Okay, so on dollar we expanded so lower, right? Look at here. I was expecting price to hit this, clear out these equal highs and then going lower. But what happened on dollar is like we retraced lower from the breaker here, right? This breaker. And where are we going? We got a nice fair value gap down here. Is it at the discount? Okay, so ES. Do you guys see that the respect of the trend line? And here we also got a breakout from the trend line, right? So the retails, though, before I used to trade like that. Like I wanted to see double top before price breaks a trend line, and price did form the double top here, right? A double top, then a break of trend line, price went lower, and then it just came back up, smashing through these equal highs again. So not a very ideal price action for a Friday. Look at the delivery, folks. It's so like choppy, even on 5-minute chart. But why the macro is different? ICT speaks about macro but just 3, no? Yes, but he always told us not to be dependent on him and like look for our own experiences with his own teaching, and that's what I did. I found out that these small 20-minute time period is where I see my setup repeating, and that's why I use these macros. ICT only released like so far 3, but I use a lot of them. It's up so much, still thinking it will clear the trend line liquidity. I don't know, like, why are you guys so focused into taking a trade on a day like today? Like, look at the price action. What I teach, the folks who are asking me this question, I know that you guys are new here. This is not the way that I trade, okay? I wait for a reversal always, or a continuation of a trade with a breaker inside these specific 20-minute time periods, like the one that we will have now, 10:20 to 10:40. This is when I want to see price going, forming a breaker. Beautiful price action, yes, probably to you, but not to me. So on NASDAQ here again, we cleared out so many equal highs. The only equal highs that we have left here is this right here, and after that we have this. So what I teach and what I look for, I'm gonna show you guys a pattern. So suppose this is the bullish trend, right? So what I want to see is price forming a bullish breaker, and this is the pattern that I want to see. Now, do you guys see this pattern here? It's not here, right? We got a swing low right here, 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 here as well. But do you guys see the breaker? Like price going below the swing low, doing a stop hunt? No. There's another model that I use, is this one. Is that like price forming equal lows, so many equal lows, then clearing out one equal low, then going for the other side of liquidity pool. Do you guys see this pattern here? No. So these are my two models. I'm not gonna just call this price action a good price action because I don't see it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna call it a good price action. It's not good to me. Look at the volume. We are chopping around, so much choppiness. 15 second at 8:30, 15 second at 8:30. But we got a breaker, right? We had a breaker down here. We hit it, then we went lower, cleared out the swing low from here. And after that, we just chopped around. Look at the liquidity pools that price generated. My January return so far is big zero, watching and learning, but by December I'm sure I will be okay. Don't force a trade. Yes, that's what I'm telling Muhammad. The folks who have experience, we who have experience, we are not gonna be sad because we don't see a trade here. I'm happy rather that I built a patience that I didn't push up any button here after taking a loss. So that's what I strived for years. Because I was like revenge trading, taking a lot of trades after one loss. Now, when I take a loss, I stop myself. I wait for the setup to show itself here. It's not there, right, Mohammed? So the professionals, they take like one. What I saw is that the traders who trade like really big funds, they are only looking for 5 or 6 trades in a month. And what the gamblers do, the 95% who fail, is like they want to trade every single day. Even after a loss, they get sad, okay, why price is not behaving the way I want to see? No, price will behave, it's just the patience that you don't have. Trading is all about patience, folks. It's all about patience. And it's boring. When your trading is boring, that's when you progress faster. So see the delivery here. I don't feel like I will have anything today so far. Now let's take a look at DOW. Right, we are completely avoiding DOW, but let's take a look at DOW. On DOW, we got like these clean levels. We got inversion here. So what I'm gonna do on DOW is like I'm gonna go on higher time frame and see if there's any liquidity pool left up here. If not, then 1020 will probably give me a trade on DOW. Okay, we had equal highs up here. We also hit the breaker on 50-minute on DOW. Do you guys see that? This down close candle, it's only one candle here. If you drop down to like 5-minute, 3-minute chart, you will see this candle becoming a breaker. So we got it. We have a breaker. The price respected up here from the 50-minute chart on DOW. Breaker. We got an inversion down here. So what I want to see, like price doing something like this, okay, then coming down, and then like this. If this is what's happening, then I'm gonna take the trade by targeting like 2R, and this is gonna be the point of interest that I want to see where price going. How's the weather in Montreal? Oh my god, don't ask about the weather. It's not snowing this year. The weather is so freaking weird. I've been living in Montreal for like 3 years now. Never in my life I saw this time not snowing. This time is full of snow. You can't even walk outside. Everything is slippery. But this year, no snow. No snow, and even on like I was in Toronto for the New Year. I was just wearing like a hoodie, a normal jacket. The cold is gone. The weather is changing so much. So right now in Montreal, the weather is -16. You guys can see it here. -16. So outside it's like heavily, the wind is so heavy, and that's what making it so cold. I'm glad that I'm not working, because these are the times when I used to go to work and I used to hate my life. Like, why it is so cold? I'm going for the work. Not anymore. So hashtag blast, right? How's the weather in your country, Zenzoned? Like, look at the candles, folks. Like, it's so like less volume in each of these candles. And on Nasdaq, why I don't want to see a trade forming is because like we got order blocks down here, but on Nasdaq as well we have an inversion. Do you guys see that? This right here is the inversion that we have. we are inside of our macro. We got support from this fair value gap on Nasdaq. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tape read this setup, okay? Because I see two unfilled fair value gaps, and that's why I'm not trusting this setup. But I see a short here. Price already filled this fair value gap, so something like this is what I wanna see. Price going lower, but I'm not gonna take this as a trade, just because I don't see the clean breaker here. On 32nd, there's probably a breaker down here. Yes, like here, right here. And we also got another one. We had swing high up here. We did a stop hunt. So this down close candle becomes our breaker. Right, so I'm expecting price to go lower from this level. We are inside our 10-20 macro. So let's see what happens at this level. And on Dow, I'm expecting this fair value gap to work as a breakaway gap. I'm not expecting price to come up and fill this gap, because it already did fill one gap right here. So now let's see. Zenzone, thank you. Thank you. In next 3 months, once we complete our mentorship, you will see a different you. Because this is what I'm going to do in front of you guys. I'm going to tell you guys, okay, this is what I'm expecting. This candle should behave like this. Yes, we will take loss. Okay, loss is a part of business. No business can run without taking loss. But keep in mind, we'll have very less loss, and we'll win big trades. And that winning trades will give you more confidence, because that's how you'll gain experience, right? And we'll be looking for these specific trades inside specific time windows, so that you know that you are building a skill that will repeat for throughout your whole life. Zane C, the best way to ask you about the mentorship, Telegram. Yes, you will find all the information in the description below. What happened to my camera? Do you guys see? Do you guys see me? I think it's turned off. Okay, let me fix it. Just let me know in the chat if you guys can see me. I feel like you can't. There is a setup on Forex on 1 minute. Okay, let me fix my camera first. Then I'll look at Forex as well. I believe you are talking about Euro USD, right? Biggest loss is being a slave to a paycheck. Yes, Muhammad, that hurts a lot. Every day, like for 2 years, I've been 3 years I was working, and every single day. First year I enjoyed it because I was earning money, and it was a lot because I was earning for the first time in my life $500 per week. Feels so less now, so less. So one thing that I'm gonna share you guys, like you will feel it, the experience that I got when I went to Toronto. Okay, I wanted to share it with you all. Okay, like the amount of money I spent with my friends, they all are working. I took them with the restaurant. I was traveling with 3 of my friends. I was taking them to the best restaurants that they told me this is the best. Okay, I told them, okay, let's go to the best restaurant. And they thought that we are going to split the bill. And the lunch that turned out to be like a $250 lunch. And me alone, I paid it. And I stayed for like a whole week. And that's what I did. That they all was like asking me, how do I spend so much money? And like that moment, like I felt so blessed. Like if I was working, I would have never thought about paying like $250 because that's a 2 day of earning for me, right? So this is a profession, folks. Once you learn how to do it, anywhere you go, any kind of job, even the bankers, even like the best paying surgeons, they will ask you how to do it. How do you do it? Like that was so cool. And what I felt another thing that I felt blessed is that your friends appreciate you, appreciate like the things that you are doing for them, and they like wanna be like you, right? So that's another thing that I experienced new when I went to Toronto. Like that's the best feeling. The people who you are like spent your whole childhood, and they were doing better than you, and now they are the one who are asking me like, what are you doing? How are you doing it? How do you spend so much money? Now teach us the way. That's the best feeling. Like, okay, I don't know why my camera is not visible. Okay, now it's good. Now it's good. Okay, this is not a SMT, folks. This is not a SMT. 1020. Look at the delivery. It's so choppy today. So slow and not a breaker at all. Not a SMT, right? We didn't clear out the high here. We didn't clear out the high as well on ES. But on ES, we formed a relative equal low down here. So we got an order block right here. And let's see. I feel like I will take a trade. Let's see. And this is what I was expecting on Dow, right? I was expecting price to come down, then go up. Then this is what I was expecting. Now let's see if this prints out, okay? Let's see. On Dow, we got so many relative equal lows down here. I have a question. We have breaker on NQ. Why are you taking it just for knowledge? Thank you. What breaker? This is the one. This bullish breaker. Yes. Probably I'm gonna take it, but targeting these equal highs, right? But let's see. Let's wait. We formed equal highs up here. So should I take it? We are still inside our macro from this inversion with a stop loss like below here. I'm probably gonna go for it. One contract. Let's go. With a stop loss like below here. This is gonna be the last trade that I'm taking today. This is gonna be the last trade, folks. Okay, why did I push button here even though there's equal lows down here? So for you to understand, these are the equal lows. This is not SMT. Price formed equal lows before activating a breaker, right? It's didn't close a good candles body towards buy side liquidity. So now let's see. Let's see, folks. Let's see. This is the last trade I'm going for. As I see price getting support from this inversion, it already got support from this one and from this PC as well. We got higher time frame equal highs up here, which is not a SMT. So let's see. The last trade, if it's turning out to be a losing trade, I'm closing the stream, and I'll catch you guys in the next next week. We got equal lows down here, so I'm not expecting price to go below this breaker that we have on 30-second. Do you guys see that? So this is why I put my stop loss down here. I'm allowing price to come down, clear out these equal lows, and then moving towards buy side liquidity. Let's see. You are in premium. Yes, I'm in premium, but I see these equal highs up here. This is the logic. This is the logic that why I'm expecting to see a price going higher. What's happening with my camera today? Why is it turning off? This is gonna be the last trade, folks. Let's see what happens. We cleared out the equal lows from here. Now I wanna see price expanding higher from this level. Last line of defense coming down here. We formed a swing low down here, right? I'm gonna put my stop loss below the swing low once we clear out this equal high up here. Let's put the execution mark. Can you highlight the breaker? Yes, the breaker is here. And we didn't close the candle's body above. That's why I felt confident to take this trade. We formed so many equal highs up here. So let's see. We are near. I'm going to trail my stop loss now below the swing low. So less risk, less emotion, folks, right? Look how I'm managing my stop loss. That's how I do it. Once price clears it out, I'm going to move my stop loss below this fair value gap, basically like below these up close candles. Okay, we cleared it out. I'm going to put my stop loss right here. We cleared out the equal high. I want to see price expanding higher as we got equal highs up here as well. If this one is not holding, then we are probably gonna go lower. This fair value gap and these order blocks, sorry, breakers right here. These up close candles, small breaker, very small breaker right here. On 15 seconds, it will be like a very clean breaker. $45 ticks, 50 ticks. I'm gonna close it at like suppose at 50 ticks. Okay, 60 ticks. I'm gonna close it at 60 ticks. I would have taken a partial here if like I was getting like less risk. What model would be from the mentorship to journal? What model I'm gonna share? Turtle soup inversion. A lot of model throughout the 6 month. I'll share like 5-6 model that you guys can trade from. Even on the higher time frame, there's a model that I only use to trade on higher time frame, to hold my trades on my swing account on my live funds. So price formed another equal high. I want to see price expanding higher from this level. We expanded higher. I'm going to trail my stop loss at the break even. So no risk. Basically, like if it's turning out to be a losing trade, I don't care. Because last week 70 ticks. I'm going to be closing it at 80 ticks, folks. 80 ticks is good for a Friday. 80 ticks, I'm done. So small little trade, 80 ticks, good profit. I'm done for today. I mitigated the loss that I took earlier. And let's go for W, folks. Let's go for W in the chat. I don't know how many folks took that trade with me. If you want to hold, you can hold for this equal highs, but this is where I closed. W, let's spam the chat with W, folks. Let's spam the chat. We took a loss. We got one win. We mitigated the loss. That's how we do it, right? We had the patience throughout the whole this delivery. We waited and we pushed the button inside the specific time zones, 10:20 to 10:40. W, 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 W. Spam it, W. Now, do you guys see how patience pays? As I told you guys, losing is inevitable in trading. But if you are following the rules, if you are not getting emotional, you will always at the end of the day, will turn out to be a profitable trader. Just like me. When I took the loss here, did you guys saw any impulsiveness inside me? Look at the trade here. Nope, no impulsiveness. Nope, no feeling guilty. Because I know I have a skill that will serve me better every single day. He was short bias 20 minutes ago too. Yes, I was short bias, but don't you see the logic? Don't you see what I do? Mark is like watching me for the first time. So we had the logic. We saw the equal lows down here. We saw price getting support from the inversion. We saw the breaker. And yeah, good trade. For like 80 ticks, I consider it as a good trade. Now, are you guys learning from my stream? Let me know in the chat if you are learning from the stream. Are you finding it insightful? Look at the delivery. Because of the delivery, if it was like a good delivery towards buy side liquidity, I wouldn't have closed here. But buying from here on and the closing here up above the equal highs, good trade. The folks who didn't close, I told you guys that you can hold for this equal high up here. Clean double bottom, the clean double top bottoms is the king. Yes, the retail sell stop, retail buy stop. Yes, Manuj, like I don't know, there's a guy here. Where is he? Mark, he was like, okay, I'm wrong in my bias. I'm not. The bias that you are predicting today, I already predicted it 2 weeks ago. Sorry, 2 days ago, not 2 weeks. And this is what I gave for the people who are inside my mentorship, that this is gonna be the last line of defense. See, this is how mentorship helps you, because I'm gonna be sharing my point of view, what I'm expecting, how I'm expecting to see the trades are printing out. And we got a CB up here, so we are going up here. That's what I believe. We are probably gonna go clear out these equal highs and hit the BC from the CB from the daily chart. Long bias from news at 8:30. But you did very well, Mark, today. I want to see you at my stream like more. I appreciate your presence. You did very well. Ryan, yes, I learned from the creator as well for free. We formed equal lows down here again on 32nd. Do you guys see that? So not expecting price to go lower, but to come down, clear out these equal lows, and then going expanding higher. What's gonna be our last sign of defense? This fair value gap, this order block that you see. This is more like a breaker, as we got a swing low then a stop hunt. This is the last sign of defense. Like, you can put your stop loss below down here if you're still in this trade, if you're still holding, and I'm expecting price to expand higher at these equal highs. Okay, someone was asking me about Euro USD. Like, you were talking about this breaker, right? So we got equal lows down here on Euro USD. So many equal lows. And I'm expecting, as we did a stop hunt here, I'm expecting price to go lower on Euro USD, Euro. On EU, I'm expecting price to go lower from this level if we don't have any higher time frame PDA up here, higher time frame like liquidity, strong liquidity levels. Okay, we don't have. So let's see if we go lower. Mark saying, just never stop being a student. I'm never stopping being a student. I'm learning every day from the chart, Mark. That's what I do. I'm a teacher. I teach my student, and I'm also a student who is learning from the chart every single day through journaling, through tape reading, through demo trading, all that good stuff. I just got nice short on oil. Really? You trade oil? Like, I'm tape reading oil for like last 3 months. So oil built at a lot of equal highs, trend line liquidity up here, right? So what can we expect to see on oil? If someone is talking about oil here, I'm gonna go on 5-minute chart. We hit the rejection block down here already. So I believe the short that you took, if you are asking me, I would highly recommend you to close it. And we got an inversion here, not yet, but this is what I'm expecting. This basically. Okay, so our last sign of defense worked out perfectly. See that? See how we are calling the market today. We got our bullish delivery from this breaker. The main reason that I'm streaming to show you guys how I trade, how I see the chart with the candles, how I read it. So I hope you guys appreciate it, and I hope you guys understood the logic that I told you guys, that this is gonna be the last line of defense for us to expect higher prices, as we got equal highs up here, equal highs up here. So another good call, folks. We are gonna expand higher now. Another good call. So I don't know if anyone took the trade here. Did anyone took the trade here, down here at this low? Let me know in the chat if anyone took the trade. Mohammed, thank you. So I'm gonna be doing a giveaway of my mentorship, as I told you guys, in my Twitter account. Let me show you guys what I told you guys. Like last year, I told you guys that my next stream I'm gonna be giving away one place for the mentorship. Oh man, the wind. This was so beautiful. Toronto is so beautiful. Like, look at the view that I got here from Toronto. And here as well, I had a pretty good time at Toronto. So I'm gonna be doing a giveaway, guys. Okay, giveaway of my mentorship. You will have a free access. As you can see here, I mentioned on my next stream I'll give away 2 free spots on my mentorship. So I'm gonna do one and the other one in the next mentorship. So the folks who wanna participate in the giveaway, spam the chat with hashtag giveaway. I'm only gonna be giving it away for the folks who need it. Okay, so hashtag giveaway, and you will be getting a $600 worth of giveaway and a 6 month of mentorship with me. Can I get one? You are already inside the mentorship, Muhammad. You are already there. Okay, I was mute. Okay, so sorry for that. Hamza is the winner. Hamza is the winner. I forgot that I was mute. Hamza, I already shared your winning, and just email me with the receipt or email me with the screenshot of this at hydra.trades@gmail.com. Just take a screenshot and you will have access to my mentorship as well. So our last line of defense got broke, so one win, one loss, and I'm gonna be closing it here, folks. I'm gonna be catching you guys again next week. We don't have news at Monday and Tuesday next week, so I'll be coming online, streaming in front of you guys, and have a good week, folks. Okay, have a good weekend, and I'm closing it here. Take care. Bye bye. So we got support again. Let's see what price does here. We got support from the breaker again, right? I told you guys there's stop loss below the breaker, and I probably think it didn't hit your stop loss if you move like a little bit lower. So still the bias is bullish. We're going higher for clearing out the equal highs up here and all the way up here at this level. So I hope you guys found my stream today insightful, and you guys know what I'm expecting. I'm expecting higher prices at this level, and this black line that you guys see, this is the equal highs that we have on higher time frame. So very nice push from these two breaker, right? We got a breaker here, we got another breaker on 32nd down here. So nice push, and we also did a stop hunt down here, and this trade painted at 1050. Always look at the time, folks. 1050 to 1110 is what we have as a macro from ICT, and very nice delivery, right? Very nice delivery from the breaker, and this is the target, this equal high. So do you guys see how price forms equal highs and equal lows and respects it, clears it out? We also got another breaker up here. These up close candles. So the same scenario, folks. Look, when price didn't activate the breaker, it came up, formed equal highs, and the same thing it did here again, right? So I see a strong confirmation that price will go higher from this order block. Now that it filled this fair value gap, I'm expecting price to go higher from these order blocks specifically. So more of a scenario like this. Yeah, I got your email, Hamza. I'm gonna be replying to you by tonight. That's when I'm gonna check the emails after I'm free. So we had like two good calls from here and the breaker as well from here. And we took like two trades. One turned out to be a losing trade. One covered our losses from this level to the high up here. So we are so near to this equal high. So I hope you guys understood the logic. If you didn't take the trade, it's okay, because the same price action will repeat again. The same price action you guys will see repeating again and again throughout every day, throughout the week, throughout the whole year. Not so volatile, but still price respecting the algorithmic theory that we want to see in price, right? What we want to see in price is still repeating. Is it a SMT that we did? Yes, it's a SMT. If I show you guys, we made a higher high up here on Nasdaq. We didn't, right? So here again on Dow, we didn't make the higher high, but on ES we did. And on ES, look how price formed these relative equal lows. So I believe it will come down to this level. On ES, price will go lower at this level. So this is gonna be it for today, folks. I'm closing it here. I'll catch you guys on Monday next week. Take care, happy weekend, and be safe.